Okay, we're going to bring it up a notch here. Art Pulaski. He leads the largest state federation of labor unions in the nation, representing 2.1 million workers in California in nearly every industry and sector. Under his leadership, the Federation has successfully pushed for the strongest worker protections in the country, ranging from daily overtime to paid family leave and a higher minimum wage. He's not only looking out for his union members, he's looking out for the good of all people in California. Please welcome a real champion for all workers in California. We're so lucky to have him, Art Pulaski.
1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. This is a union town, all down the line. This is a union town, all down the line. And if they come to strip our rights away, we'll give them hell every time. This is a union town,
Thank you, Alex Rooker. And John Burton, my hero. Good to see all the union members in the house today. Oh, yeah. So there's a new poll out that tells us that now 70% of Americans believe that the next generation will be worse off than we are now. Now, I'm no conspiracy buff, but I can tell you one thing. Income inequality didn't just drop out of the sky. Somebody's been planning this. Think back to the early 90s, when much of our clothing was actually made in the USA, much of it by well-paid people. But then Wall Street came up with an idea called Nafta. Bill Clinton got on board. Bill Clinton said, oh, it'll create 1 million jobs. So Congress passed it. And then they sent 60,000 factories abroad to countries that didn't care about the environment, where they could pay people 40 cents an hour for 16-hour days, much of it child labor. We lost 600,000 jobs. Then after NAFTA came CAFTA, China, PNT, Korea. Each time they would say, oh, it's going to be different this time. This time we're going to create jobs. It's going to be good for the environment. Each time they made a promise, and each time it became a bigger and bigger lie. Do you remember that definition of insanity? You just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you think the result is going to be different. So what are they telling us now about TPP? They tell us, well, you know what? It's different this time. We're going to create jobs. So we ask them, well, show us how. They say, well, we can't. It's a secret. It's a secret. We had to turn to WikiLeaks. Thank God for WikiLeaks. Go online. They put online some of the language of TPP. It turns out part of the secret is that corporations are writing the thing. Let me give you one example. Drug companies have added language that makes it harder to access cheaper prescription drugs in the poorest of nations. How moral is that? TPP also gives special legal rights to global corporations. It allows them to challenge domestic laws, laws that may interfere with their profits, laws like California's AB 32, the great environmental law. It's called ISDS. It creates a new international corporate-controlled court with corporate judges. And it allows them to challenge our laws. You know, corporate-controlled courts, corporate judges. That's funny. I thought we had one of those in America. We call it the U.S. Supreme Court. Most Democrats in Congress from California are standing with us to oppose fast track. A few have not learned the lessons of history. For those who vote against working families, this is serious, and it's time to call them out. Like Sacramento's Ami Berra, who we all worked so hard to help put in, who barely won his election by 1,400 votes. Hundreds of precinct walkers helped him out. Ami Berra has bowed to the corporate pressures and kneels at the altar of profits. Let's be clear. TPP gives unfettered power to global corporations. TPP is corrupt. It cheats workers here and abroad. It damages the environment. And we're going to fight like hell to stop it. And our message to those in office is this: if you turn your back on workers and the environment to support TPP, you're choosing sides. You're choosing sides between corporate greed and America's working families. And we want you to know next election, we'll be choosing sides too. And so to the delegates here, I just want to say, California's unions are joining with you to take on income inequality. Together, we're going to bring back good jobs. We're going to create a fair economy. We're going to raise wages. We're going to strengthen families. We're going to rebuild the middle class for everybody. And together, we're going to restore the American dream. Let's kick ass together. Thank you very much.